All right. I hope this is working. Guess I'll find out in a second. Is this thing working? Okay. So now I should be able to. Great. All right, cool. Now I have a test one. So then one thing I have to do before. I need to go to so I need to git repo is this other git repository. It's literally just the repo link. All right. So now I should be able to. I forgot to install all the things. How do I install this thing? All right. There we go. Now I can say Argo CD autopilot bootstrap recover. And now I can look at what the local kind looks like. I should see an Argo CD, which is currently running. And then once that actually gets up and running, I should see the other thing pop up. Yep, so there's the password. So localhost 8080. Yep, got it. So that's Argo CD, which is still in the process of getting all synced up. I think this is why I needed 3 nodes, is because otherwise it does this. Let me look at kind and the config where I want to get a new thing. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay, so I need to go here and actually say kind. It's like delete cluster. Yeah. So this will be my dev cluster.yaml. Kind cluster, API version, that. So 1 control plane, and then 3 worker nodes. Kind create dash help. Create cluster. Right, so I can make the name homelab dev cluster. So that's all fine. Yeah, okay, cool. So now kind create cluster dash dash config dev cluster. So now it'll create the homelab dev cluster with 3 worker nodes. CD repos. So then, I think it's this terminal's the one that, yeah, okay. All right, so now that cluster's ready. So I can it's this one. Yeah, that one. Okay. So that's going. I'm getting Argo CD ready. So I'll grab that and do the port forward again. Admin, let's see. So it's waiting for all of these to be done. Which I should actually be able to do because now I have 2 nodes, or 3 nodes, I should say. So it's just about there. Gotta be kidding me. Okay, doesn't like it. Invalid spec generators elements requires value. Argo CD list generator. Yeah. So why can't I do that? That's exactly what's here. Generators, matrix, generators, get, list, elements YAML. Do I need it to JSON? Like, that's exactly what they have. Argo CD, list generator, list YAML. Right, that YAML. Followed by a list generator with an elements YAML. Using with a get followed by a list. So why is it saying requires elements then? Oh, is that a new feature of Argo CD or something? Okay, so what version of Argo CD am I deploying? So that is right. So yeah, that's still pretty new. Enable Helm 415. Maybe it does need to be 417. Right? So let's go take a look at what version this thing has. manifests HA, right? 0417, sure. Hmm. Let's see which. What version of Argo CD did it install? Version 2.10.1. All right, what's the current Argo CD version? 2.10.1. Okay, so that's the latest version. So why is it not able to do the thing that it says? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just give it an empty array for elements. Let's see what they got. Spec Go template is in fact true. So I guess I need to do elements is an empty array. All right. All right. So right, that's the production app set. So then if here's what I want to make sure of, right, which is nothing at the moment, which is correct. So now what I want to see is if I go and enable metal LB with the value, and retemplate, what I should get if I refresh over here, it's still progressing. So annoying. I really, really hate the port forwarding on this is so bad. I know, there's metal LB. So why does this not claim to have it? App path is absolute. Okay. What's the problem with that? I guess it doesn't like this. that should actually all come up now. I don't know why that's not showing anything. God, I hate this thing. I really like why is it so bad at port forwarding? It's not that hard. Just what's not working? Like, I can't even see what's wrong because it's still progressing. Like, oh, right, it can't create the ingress. That'll do it. That works. It's so weird that this doesn't show that it has like it's from that application set. Anyway, so this now in theory does create what I want. Do you want to come sit with me? So now I can start worrying about other things. So in part of that bootstrap, the thing that it's complaining about is this ingress. Because it can't actually make an ingress, I guess. I guess I don't know why it can't make the ingress. Seems just fine. But whatever. We'll move on from that for now. Hey, come on. I know. Thanks, Suki. All right. So now that's all fine. It's going to be really annoying, but that means I can't actually do this. What does it think is? I don't know why it thinks that it's out of sync, but I will deal with that in a moment. So next important thing after Meta LB to get ready is Longhorn is the next one. The ingress are going to be screwed for a little bit. The next app that I need to make is Longhorn. Let's see. Here's all this. So let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So I have Flagsmith. I have my IP range, which I should actually be able to see in the IP address pool, which I can't see because it's being annoying. So it's IP address pool, which we can see is exactly what I configured it to be. Beautiful. So actually, before I go any further, let me make sure that this is all good. So this should now be good. Improved template functions. And then I think for this one, it's triggered by tags. Yeah. Git tag. So that'll build a new version now. Okay, so I got that. So then I can delete this and all that. Let me also make sure that's... Make sure... Added dev cluster definition. Push that up, so that's good. See those two things. So that those templates get in sync. So now I need to go and look at the Longhorn thing. Longhorn Helm chart. So this same metal LB thing. Install with Helm. 1.6 is the current latest version. And then Longhorn system is where it wants to be. So I'll create a new one called Longhorn. It'll have app Longhorn with version 1.6. Namespace Longhorn system. Make sure I have a tag for application. Disabled by default. So let me make sure that this is all correct. Yeah, because that's the chart version, which actually also probably needs to be implemented. I guess the versions don't necessarily need to be there. Like this is the configuration, it's just like how it appears. Because the only thing I think in here that I use app version for is yeah, this tag, which I don't necessarily need. Yeah. Because I think if I don't put the version in there, then I can have much smarter things about it. So yeah, so I'll remove this. I'll also remove it from here. Right, and here. Also removed. So then all the versions are handled in here. So then I can do a chart.yaml. And this is going to be Longhorn is a bare metal block storage service is Longhorn. From that repository, version 1.6.0. And I think that's pretty much all I need, because I don't... maybe I'll tweak some values later, but as far as I can tell, that's it. So then in my config, I just have one of these. So if Longhorn is enabled, go look up Longhorn and make sure that's indented 4 times. And that's pretty much it. So dev, we'll make that enabled. Production, make that enabled. I should actually change... Yeah, because I only have a production project. I don't have a staging project. But in theory, I would have staging. Maybe I'll set that up as a different thing, but we'll see. What's the matter, Shuki? Here, we'll do this. Here's OBS. There we go. Here we go. Now she's in full view. All right. So now I have Longhorn. I have my feature enabled. Got it with the app, the identifier, and the namespace. That should all be good. So now, I think I can just deploy. All right, we need to go here. And once it's done, git pull. So now I can see in my config for production, I have both Longhorn and Metal LB. So I should actually see pretty soon if the reverse proxy was working. Yep, it's starting to deploy Longhorn. So that works. So what's next? And this is super, super easy. Because I just need Longhorn up, and I can kind of tweak some things after that. Like, let's say in flags. So I can control sort of this is the configuration of like, all right, what app is it pointing to? What's the identifier and what namespace should we deploy to? That I can all control from here. So the environment domain is what basically the domain of all the ingresses. The GitOps source where it should actually pull all of its data from. What IPs Metal LB can use for different things. So actually, I can add a tag for Metal LB, make that one gray. Make this one also a Metal LB tag. We'll make a Longhorn tag so that different application settings I can find. Longhorn, we'll make that one purple. So now I can say, oh, only show me Metal LB tag flags. Okay, so that gives me the application control, the meta LBIP range, all that kind of stuff. So then get ops one. I'll actually just leave that because these are like high level. I guess this one's technically like a traffic tag. So like traffic. This one's, I guess, technically an Argo CD one. Argo CD. Make that one orange. So this is like what thing they're sort of working with. The application tag is just like being able to turn on, turn off things. And then we've got the GitOps source is for Argo CD stuff. Yeah. That thing's taking its time. Is forbidden, looking up service account, not found. Oh, right. I remember. There is a thing for this. So I had to deal with this last night. In my current one, it is in Longhorn. You have to disable the pre-hook. This. All right, there is some values I want to configure. So going back to the apps, Longhorn. I think the overlay values, yeah, it does this bit. It's Longhorn, env, env domain. Or actually, other way around. Env domain. What's up, Suki? What you doing? Are you helping? You helping me code? Let's see. See, those values are actually important for me to have. So you make sure that it's the default persistence class. Yeah, the env domain for that. And then the backup stuff I can configure later. That'll be something that I need to do from something else. There's a chart, there's values. Yep. So let's go ahead and do that. So that'll make sure that that gets the most recent thing. And then we can make sure we can terminate this. So in the deployment, yeah, these should all be here. Oh wait, but that ingress doesn't make any sense. It needs to be the special flag ops template string. Ugh. Now in here. Yeah, so now that's correct. I might have to completely uninstall it and reinstall it. Let's go to production, kill that. And then re-template it. Although actually just doing that, I don't know, that is fine, because the thing that's going to change is that in the config file for production, Longhorn won't be there anymore. Which means if we go back to Argo CD, that should actually get deleted soon. Unable to delete application after patching with finalizers, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Okay. It was because it was in the middle of syncing. So now that's gone. Turn it back on. Eventually the goal is that this retemplating will just happen automatically whenever I change a flag, but while I'm developing it, it's going to need to be a little more manual. Yeah, so it's already going. Why are you waiting? False, false, not enabled. Don't do it. Longhorn pre-upgrade hook Argo CD. Like I've done it, I got both, I'm pretty sure. Like let's see, in Longhorn values. Hold on. Free upgrade checker. Job enabled. So where is the chart? Disable the setting when using Argo CD or other GitOps solutions, right? What was the other one? It had something to do with like helm. Yeah, the pre-upgrader check. Job enabled is false. So why does this thing still have it? Why are you still trying to use it? Longhorn pre-upgrade, right, which should be disabled. So why is it still pulling it? These jobs shouldn't even exist. Of course I can't. That job shouldn't get created. In the deployment, under all these things, Longhorn values. Yeah. Free upgrade checker, job enabled. False. So why? So what now? Let's see. So yeah, that job should not be in here. Why? There's no job. Like, where are you getting this job from? And it just doesn't work. Cool. Chart 1.6.0 from Longhorn. Oh, I know why it's not working. I forgot. All of this needs to be under Longhorn because it's a dependent chart. Forgot about that. There we go. I got it, Suki. I found it. I found a problem. I got it. What's the matter? What's the matter? All right. So that's my mistake. So now under, got all that stuff. So now in the front end, I should be able to see cool. No volumes, 3 nodes, and all this stuff. Excuse you. You want to go? Go ahead. Go ahead, Suki. Go ahead. Are you all done? Do you want to stay with me or do you want to hop down? Where do you want to be? You can stay. Okay. Are you all done? You gotta hop down if you're all done. What are we doing? Now you're just standing on me. Good job. Okay. She's all done. So let's adjust this now that the entertainment's gone. So I have this. Let me check the storage classes. All right, there's a rancher and that one. So I should actually solve that problem by just having everything should explicitly say they want Longhorn storage. That just solved a bunch of issues. Okay, so Longhorn is in, Longhorn has that configured. So the next like critical bit is going to be traffic, and traffic is the one that's going to be a really big problem. So traffic Because there's the ingress controller from Nginx and there's the one from traffic. So Nginx ingress controller. What am I thinking of? So let's see. HA proxy, blah, blah, blah. What's contour? HA proxy. I think traffic is going to be the one that I want to go with. So traffic and cert manager. Basically, install traffic, install cert manager. So I'm going to have something in this service, expose it using an ingress route. So an issuer with the staging. 2 ways to create a certificate. Interesting. Because there's a thing for like traffic HA. You know, I want the latest. Yeah, 211. There we go. Let's encrypt. Right. There is a thing with, yeah, using Let's Encrypt in Kubernetes. If you intend to run, please ensure you read the sections on those provider pages. So it's like in Kubernetes ingress, there's a thing with TLS, yeah. If you want to use it, can be achieved by using this a certificate controller. When cert manager changes, it creates secrets in your namespace. Right. So then in here, you can say TLS secret name Nginx cert. Right. So there was something about the CRD of ingress routes. Oh, right. It's because I couldn't, like, for things like Longhorn, right? It assumes it's a normal one, a normal ingress. So that tends to be yeah, because, like, I would have to make custom ingresses for this, and I don't feel like doing that. And then in the bootstrap is, yeah, an ingress. So traffic helm chart. So let's look at traffic. And I'm going to have the traffic and cert manager be the same umbrella chart. So this is going to be traffic. Reverse proxy ingress controller for Kubernetes. This is going to be traffic. What is the current version? 2610? This traffic repository. And then 26.1.0. So that's traffic. And then I need, where's cert manager? Cert manager, Helm chart. All right, so it's called cert manager. And the version 1.14.3. Hello, Suki. Hi. We're not playing with Bone right now. We're not. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. Good job. Always wants to throw ball. Always must throw ball. Okay, so I have cert manager and traffic. Then I can do a values.yaml. So I want to, because I did quite a bit of stuff on traffic's end. I guess we'll see what I need to do. I just want to see if this actually deploys. So this will be traffic. 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 Location traffic. And config. And traffic enabled. Cool. So then let's see what that does. Right, this ingress still doesn't have a external IP, so it's gonna struggle for a while. Right, but it's not enabled yet. So let's change that. Do the same thing. Redo the templating. Cool. Let's see what it's got. So that's all the traffic ones. Okay, there it is. Cert manager, so production, all this stuff. Right, it doesn't have the API dependencies install CRDs. Huh. Helm dependencies CRDs. So I can't. Is there a way for me to do... Okay, I can just do that in the actual YAMLs file. Okay. So I can say in this traffic values.yaml cert manager, let's install that. Perfect. So that should make sure all the CRDs get installed. Yeah, there should be a ton of them. Hold on. Okay, now all of them are there. Okay. So that should be good. So now I have a cert manager, all these things. Cool. Configuring issuers. Is an issuer. Kubernetes resource that represents certificate authorities that are able to generate signed certificates. I think that's what somebody said up here is like the issuer for Let's Encrypt. Right, Acme. Perfect. So that means I need a couple of extra things along with that. So in the issuer YAML, so I want a cluster issuer then, because I want this to be able to be used all over the place. Okay, and it has the Cloudflare secret there. So then let's do this as a cluster issuer and do some configuring. Yeah, so the templates themselves will have all the things, and then I'll just pull that out of actually Cert manager, Helm chart. Does it have... disruption budget, the image, namespace, service accounts, options for the control, via flags. All right, don't care about any of that. So it doesn't allow me to create an issuer inside of here, like as part of the thing. Actually, hold on. Oh no, that's just for the actual solver. So that's just how this works. Okay. So let's instrument this out. Let's do that. It's like values.email, values.cloudflare secret ref .values.cloudflare secret key. So these are going to be .values.domain and star of that. So that's the solver. So cloudflare.email .secretref .secret key. Values.email server to store the account's private key. Okay, I do actually need that. Private key, secret ref. So this is going to be Cloudflare issuer account key. I can probably do one better than that because I want it to be. I want to be able to separate between the staging and the. Dot values dot dot acme dot production. What's helm? It's like helm ternary. So yes, there's ternary. If it's true, I want it to be the normal one. Right. So what is the production one? So that's the production one. So let's start sort of planning this out a little bit. If I create, so I have email is going to be this is going to be it's acme certs.email. So then if I want to use production, I turn on the acme certs. So now we have flare. So then in Cloudflare, I have the email, I have the secret ref, and the secret key. Acme certs dot cloud email. So there's cloud secret the secret key. Now this whole thing can be if .acme.enabled now. Probably what the last thing I'll do for tonight is create that little thing. So we have Acme certs, which needs a couple of values. It needs a production false, email, cloud secret is probably going to be credentials. API key. So by default, it will not try to create this issuer. So then I should be able to So according to what this guy does, including the issuer to use, right? So then let's see, HTTP with let's encrypt. Let's see. So get traffic up, cert manager, do all these things, get the CRDs. So where is he getting these files from? CRDs, Helm values. Right. Right, the token secret. Okay, then I need to do. All right. I guess that makes sense. So it'll create an issue. I guess I can also make the cert real quick. So like that'll make the cert. All right, I also need to make sure that I have a yeah, under Cloudflare, I need domain. Domain. So under Acme certs, I need to have. There's no. I don't need to add it there. I know where that is. Yeah, it's env domain. So then under here, I can make a certificate.yaml. So let's say certificate. Name is going to be wildcard cert. Not going to specify the namespace. Right. So this is going to be actually I'll have to think on this one because I don't know if I want to do it wildcard or per service. I'll hold off on that. I think I'm done for tonight. I'll see you guys later.